Today, I've got to solve a bit of dread. No pun intended. This is what is left of a sprue of really awesome, grungy, grimy, punk, orc shoulder pads that my friend Curtis, you remember Curtis, a few years ago, he gifted me one of these sprues. And I've actually gone through a few of these now. It's how I did the spiky arms on this dread. This killer can. This one. When I made this gift for a friend, that's one of the Curtis's bits. And also, the jump pack, also Curtis's bits. That weird little sprue appears in so many places in miscast history. And as I was nearing the end of this, I hit up Curtis and I said, hey, can I get another one of these? And he very politely told me, just so you know, this is actually part of like a full set and I need them so I can actually make my product. And he suggested that I bootleg them, which is very, very cool of Curtis. The issue is I don't have any left. I didn't really think about that. So, I think it's time to make our own. I think some things just have a bit of creative magic to them. Maybe it's placebo, but there are some things that just make me confident when I use them. And that sprue with very simple shoulder pads from Curtis, that's been that thing for me. And honestly, the idea that I might be down to my last couple of shoulder pads has kind of put me in a creative funk. And I gotta fix that. This is my DIY attempt. Just a bit of cardboard and toothpicks. That's all. That's all. I think we can level this up one more time though. Okay, if you have some chunks of sprue, this one is for you. Fuck. Okay. That is... Oh. Is that it? No. Fuck. Here we go again. We'll hold the other side this time. There we go. I think I like this one a little bit more because it has depth to it. The chunkiness is kind of cool. Okay, so now that I feel confident that I can do my own DIY version, I think I want to make my own more sustainable, fast way of like this. So I think I got to make my own kit. I don't have the resources to make these shoulder pads in metal as much as I really want them to, because the beauty of Curtis's is that you can sort of bend them. So instead of making them physically and casting them, I'm designing them digitally so I can print them out at all different scales. And that kind of seems like the next best thing. It's a compromise. As it goes, sculpting my models only took a couple of hours, but actually getting my 3D printer working, yeah, I've spent most of the day doing that. Also, my 3D printer lives in a bin. It's going. Fingers crossed it stays going. It wasn't really the printer's fault, it was the slicer. It just kept crashing over and over and over and over. And anyway, I've cobbled together something. Nice. Baking. This has just come off the printer, or some of it. The body and head is from a free retro Orks kit I found. I'll link in the description. And the arms are from this Dark World miniature. Sorry, buddy. But to cover up my bad chop job, I can use a couple of my shoulder pads. So maybe this one. That's fun. The big oversized spikes sort of matches with the chunky cartoony style of this model. I also have this tiny little one, and I think now it's got some brass knuckles. So I printed a bunch, and I just printed them in like 5% bigger or smaller a few times. Just so they can fit on a wide variety of models. Like, doesn't it just make everything look like super tough? It doesn't even need to be a shoulder pad either. It could be like a back detail, maybe. Anyway, only one orc per episode. Last Orks from Nuffin, I asked you to name this orc, and you bloody delivered. Like 100 and something names. So, I have picked my top 6 that I think are most appropriate for this guy. We have to roll for it, right? This is a classic D6. 3. Other Jeff. There is no other Jeff. All these are available as a free download, all the STLs, so you can go make something cool. Use them commercially, do whatever, digitally kit bash, just make it cool.